Hey, hi everybody. Well, here we are. Eat at Joe's number 7. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I thought, what the hell? It's a rainy Monday morning. Everybody's had a lovely weekend out there, and it really is summer. You know why? Opening day baseball weekend. We won some games, we lost some games, and I got to even go to one, and boy, did they lose. Whew. But it was interesting. I had fun. How do you all feel about Pujols coming back? Me, not so much a fan of that. I am fairly annoyed at him for leaving, and I find it very annoying. And that's what I think of that he left. But he's back now, so everybody can cheer. He can retire a Cardinal. He can wear the red jacket. But he did leave us and go to LA as a, well, either way, I think you know how I feel. So where are we in St. Louis? St. Louis is exciting. Things are happening. There's a lot going on down on the near North Riverfront. We've got a lot of activity down there. Lots of new businesses going in. That's kind of the area of the town I'm focusing on as far as commercial real estate. There's a lot happening down there, and I find it to be a really exciting area of town. You've got some of the best views of the river. You've got some of the best views of the city. It's a fun area. There's a lot of clubs. You've got Shady Jack's. You've got Jordan's Warehouse and the Boat Bar right there in that area. You've got the Bissinger's Cannabis World opening up. You have just a lot of opportunity there. A new brewery going in down at the Produce Row. I read about that the other day. I think that's really exciting. If there's anywhere in St. Louis where there's real opportunity right now, I feel it's that near North Riverfront. There's a lot going on down there, and a lot of those buildings are in great need of repair. You've got some good bones that are prime for picking up and redevelopment. And I think the city is looking forward to that area being redeveloped. They have some good incentive programs there that everybody can get in on. And it's an important key to the city's resurgence. One of the cool things that happens down there, or that has happened in the past, is that was cool and bad, that it was the major hub of the Native American community here in St. Louis before the colonization of America, and that was a lovely religious center for them. That's where they had their biggest mounds and their highest concentration of mounds here in St. Louis in the city area. So you've got Mound Street down there. You have a lot of rich cultural history there that was erased, but that is the area that was their kind of spiritual, I think, center for this side of the river, and even back in that day, what a struggle it must have been to cross the river, and how without the flood walls that those areas really flooded. It was a big flood risk to be in these parts without how the Corps of Engineers has contained the river and allowed us all to live here without it being scoured clean regularly, so that's an interesting aspect of it. I want to learn more about that history down there. And if anybody knows more about it, please reach out, because I would love to learn from you. What else is going on? We talked about baseball, the soccer stadiums coming up downtown. It's going to be really cool. A lot of the people that might listen to this are familiar with the Dick's Sporting Goods Park out in Colorado, in the Denver area. This is going to be a very similar venue to that, but right here in the heart of St. Louis, downtown, right across the street from Union Station, which is just a really cool section of town. That's where they have the new wheel, the aquarium, the carousel, the soda fountain, the fun Landry's Seafood. There's putt-putt golf there now, a big fountain that spits fire. If you haven't been to Union Station in a while, boy, you should really go down there and check it out. It is amazing, and I love riding that wheel. They had it set up last week where you could take, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, it was National Puppy Day, and you could take your dog on the wheel. So I went down there, went with a couple friends. We all took our dogs, and one dog loved it, Spot. One dog could have cared less, Teller. And one dog was completely freaked out the whole time, Mira. So it was kind of a yin and yang. Spot really enjoyed it. He always loves an adventure and the ability to get in something and go for a ride. So he was not freaked out. He had a good time. What else is in St. Louis? Let's think here. Oh, residential. Got a couple clients looking for residential stuff, and that is one of the things I've really been focusing on is the first-time home buyer, someone that hasn't had a home before, that is just learning the process. With my history, growing up in a real estate family and being the guy that always went and did the research and the maintenance on the buildings, I have a good eye for trouble. What's wrong with the building? What's wrong with the property? So I have, I just tell them it's like I'm going to get in here and dad the F out of this house, So I get in there when we first look at it. I have my client look around. You look around and see about the things you'd like, and I'm going to look around and see about the things I find a problem with. And it was interesting the other day. I had a new client. We went in the house, looked around. They're both young, in their mid-20s, never bought a house before, and this was our first meeting to go through the house. And this one was a good one because it had a lot of problems. It had been partially rehabbed, and none of it had been done correctly. The electric was wrong. No handrails, outside basement entrance that was super sketchy. And when I went down into that outside basement entrance, I got into the crawl space because we're walking around the house and the floors are doing this in the middle of the house. It's like, why are the floors like that? So I get in there, I get in the crawl space, and sure enough, the joists had cracked and they were split, and the bottom of the wood is sticking out like this, and the joist is split and it's all sagging down. And that was right under the main support beams of the house. Quite an ordeal to fix. And did any other realtors go down and climb into that area? I don't know. I know I did because I give a shit. And I like to dig around and look at things like that. If I have a client that is going to buy something, I want them to get the best, the good product, not something that is broken or put together haphazardly or unsafe. This was unsafe. I felt that this house was unsafe with its electric wiring, with its infrastructure, the structure of the house. It was all not that good. So I was happy that I was their realtor and was able to find those problems. Now the trick is to get them out to look for more. And that's the other thing that I want to point out. If you're looking or somebody that's looking, please reach out. Let's go look at houses. That's how we learn. It's like going to the Cardinals game the other day. I said to Kim, who I was with, I'm like, this is why they play the games. There's a reason they play the games, because we are getting our ass kicked right now, and you'd think we'd be a better team than this, but we won earlier games. So that's why they play the game. And that's why we go look at houses, because you got to dig through them, everything. And that's one thing a lot of my clients say is, well, it just looks so good. in the pictures. It's like, well, yes, it did look good in the pictures. You are correct, but it does not look good in reality. And that was another aspect I've run into a couple problems with here lately is I'll get a client that's like, oh my gosh, I want to go look at that house. Let's get it. Let's put an offer in on it. Well, there's a lot we have to do before we get to that point. And one thing we have to do ahead of time is get your financing in order. So that's why we push, getting with your mortgage banker. Who are you going to talk to? Let's get everything in order first before we start this process of looking at houses. Because once we go look at them in this market, you only have a short amount of time to get your offer in. A lot of times you're looking at a house on a Friday or a Saturday, and those offers have to be in by 10 o'clock Monday morning. It's like a beauty pageant, and you're going to be putting in, 3 to 10% over asking price, and you're going to waive some of your inspections. And that's where I come in, because I know how to look at a house. I know how to find the problems, so I can get in there and really be of great help to you in this process. I think much more than other realtors that are clueless about how a house is built or what the structure is like or how the electric works or anything like that. A lot of times they're just showing you look at the granite countertop, look at the closets. It's like, well, we can always put a granite countertop in. We can always, call St. Louis Closeteria and have them come and closet up the house, But if you've got to jack up the foundation and jack up the house and rebuild the understructure of it, who's going to do that? Nobody. And you're not going to get your appraisal, because that most likely the appraiser and the house inspector is going to find the problem, but then it's too late because you waived your inspections, because that's how a lot of the offers are now, which is crazy, but that's how it is. So I think you need a realtor like me that gets how these things are built and how they're put together. And that so that we're ready to Monday morning, and that you can do it with the comfort and security and the knowledge decision. You know that it's going to pass the inspection and hopefully pass the appraisal, and that you haven't waived all that where you're in a position to lose your earnest money if you find out problems later because you've waived all of your rights just to get into a house now. You're fighting with that suburban mom that, needs her kids in that school district now, and she's all like, hi, you get me a baby. It's all that kind of attitude where, you've really got to aggressively compete with other people shopping for those houses. And people aren't kidding. They want that house and they're going to do what they have to do to get it. And we've got to play that same game. But we also have to do it with common sense and due diligence and the ability to get in there and really find problems and make sure we're making the right decision. So reach out. Let me know how I can help. I would love to be your guide through this process. I don't know what else is going on besides it being spring, and I can't be more happy about this weather. The trees are budding out. I think I'm going to get out and try to do some mushroom hunting this week. I'm pretty excited about that. I would just love nothing more to have a big bag of morels to fry up in my kitchen. And if anybody wants to take me mushroom hunting, I'm a lovely guest. I will tell stories. I'll be quiet. I'll bring a sandwich, whatever you need. If you take me to your secret mushroom patch, I'll never rat you out. Keep a secret. And would just love to go mushroom hunting with somebody that really knows what they're doing, because I go out and I look around, I'll find a couple, but man, I never find that gold mine. And I know they're out there, and I'm probably just walking by them because I'm not looking good enough. I went on a mushroom hunting class last year with the Missouri Department of Conservation out at Rockwoods Reservation, and that was really enlightening. We found a bunch on that trip, but that was because we had park rangers out there with us, walking us around, trying to show us where they were. And it's like, why don't you people look over here? It's like, oh, thank you, helpful park ranger. And I suggested that if anybody wants to do that, go to the Missouri Department of Conservation and look at their website and go on one of those mushroom walks that they do out there at Rockwood Reservation. I thought that was really enlightening, and I had a really good time with that. Well, that's it for now. I'm going to keep it short. Enjoy your spring. Everybody be safe. Enjoy baseball. Get down and see a Cardinals game. I bought $8 tickets, and it was lovely because I just walked in. There were empty seats down below, and I sat in the field boxes right behind the opposing team dugout, right at third base, and enjoyed the game immensely. Even got me a Mike Shannon bobblehead for the day. So there's a lot of great days where you can get fun gifts by going to the ball game. I just saw that there's a puffy vest day coming up, and just a lot of cool stuff out there. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be a St. Louisan. It's a good time of the year with spring. Get out on your motorcycle, get out on your bicycle, get out on your feet. Go see a new state park that you haven't been to. Take a road trip. Just get out and enjoy life. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're all safe and healthy and prosperous, and I wish you all the best. Please reach out if you have any questions for me. You can go to my website, grassoland.com. I think that should be easy enough for you all to remember, grassoland.com. And I'd love to hear from anybody with any real estate questions. No question is dumb. No question is insignificant. And I'm happy to help anybody learn how to play this market. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks and take care. And please come back for more episodes of Eat at Joe's. Take care. Bye.